Give me my.
I'll say
I need to
I'm
watch
probably
that.
always going to be choppy, Jason, because I can't hardwire my laptop.
Then do me. Then do me. I'm interesting too.
Hey,
Do me, baby. Do me. I just noticed my skin is very pale in game.
is that not canonically accurate for you?
No, not this pale.
Sweet,
You're
I'm
a
gonna have a drink
genius.
break.
All right, all right. So okay, so Returnal. Returnal's a really good game.
Okay, just running laps. I don't really know what I'm doing now.
See, that's what happened to me.
Tired. Yes. Yeah. Well, I'm an old man. Leave me alone.
Pretend you're podcasting.
Well, be
What you been playing,
interesting
Sean?
then.
What you been playing?
I've been playing Monster Hunter quite a bit.
Oh yeah,
Or
tell me
Monster
about
Hunter
Monster
World.
Hunter.
So I got I don't know where I really have no idea how long this game is. But I got to
It's
where
long.
you found like the third fleet people with their busted down ship.
Mm-hmm.
After first trying to take down the big elder dragon.
Is that the
And I've now
Nergigante?
what's that?
Is that the Nergigante or the like the giant mountain-sized one? I
The
found a
giant mount.
dinosaur egg. I found a dinosaur egg.
You got a dinosaur egg!
I got a dinosaur
Yes!
egg. Gotta go donate it to the museum. Streamer luck. Streamer luck. Crimson's back.
Hey
What a
Crimson.
loyal person.
We
They.
don't deserve
Tell us your
Crimson.
preferred pronoun, Crimson. Dinosaur eggs. That isn't contractually obligated by being married or on the show
I mean,
or
my wife
maybe it
does
like.
not listen to us.
Oh,
She is now watching our TikToks now. So
and God bless her for it. I appreciate that. Thank you, Mrs. Mybers. I can't. I can't do that. That's a lot of pressure. Anyway, I found a dragon egg. Oh, I wish it was a dragon egg. I found a dinosaur egg, which means we now need to shift all our focus to building a coop,
to
so we
get
can
in
have
a coop.
a little
Well,
herd of
we're going to get
dinosaurs.
the second level coop because we need the incubator.
Oh, it doesn't come until then.
Yeah.
We'll put it up here. Good.
Yeah, that's
Sounds
great.
good. All right.
But yeah, no. So yeah, it's the mountain-sized dragon whose name I should probably
Mhm.
know. But
Um,
I
Zoro
fought
Magdaros.
yeah, Gormagdros. That sounds right.
Mhm.
But no, I mean the game's fun. I don't play it as much as I probably would like.
Yeah.
And then but I'm picking up the charge blade. I really like the charge blade. The charge blade
Cool.
seems to mesh well with me. I kind of like I like having the sword and shield option, especially when like they're raging, and I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna stand over here and block until you tire yourself out, and then they do, and then I'll charge up my sword and beat the crap out of them.
Yeah, unless you're an absolute expert, there is a lot of waiting in Monster Hunter. It's like, okay, all right, do your thing, and hit, and now I'm going to step back.
Yep.
That's why I've always considered playing a ranged character, like bow or gun, but
Just
it's
take it
just
out
kind of,
that
it's
continuous
just not
hits.
fun. It's just not fun.
Yeah.
um, yeah. So put it into some context for you. I put about 80 hours into that game, mostly playing solo, and I never
Yeah,
got to
I
what
haven't done a single mission with other people yet.
right, and that definitely speeds things up. So I was playing mostly solo, and I never got to what you would consider to quote unquote like the last monster before like now you're just doing everything on repeat.
Okay.
Um, and that was before any DLC. Like I didn't even touch the DLC that came later.
Yeah.
And
Well, I
certainly
mean, I'm
not the
not planning on doing
expansion.
the DLC because it's I'd have to pay for it.
No, there was DLC prior to the expansion.
Oh, prior to Iceborne.
Iceborne was a different thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but I'm glad you're liking it. It's cool to have another Monster Hunter on the team. I can't, like I said, I can't wait to maybe you'll pick up Rise, and I'll definitely play with you a little bit. But whatever the next one is, preferably on like a console, so it looks really pretty. Um, we can definitely play that together.
Yeah.
I That's fine. That's fine. I mean, you're the most handsome of all of us, but that's fine.
Does that
That's
mean
true.
that your audio is no longer going in either? Okay.
Well, maybe. Can you hear yourself?
Okay.
Um,
One day we will have this fully figured out.
I beat. We say we, but it's all him. He gets
And
all the glory and all the shame. Jason, what have you been playing this week? I didn't know you were still trying to fix it. All right. I beat Final Fantasy 2, and it's a great game. That is a great game. One of the greats. Man, there is just something about Final Fantasy. Like for a long time, I thought and I do. I like JRPGs a lot. I like turn-based combat. It is something that I enjoy. But I thought I was like, oh yeah, 90s era JRPGs, that's for me. Turns out a lot of them aren't very good. And it's just like the six Final Fantasies propping up the entire genre in my mind. Um,
well, I'm
because
sure. Was it the mana games, however you want
those
to
are
say it?
okay. They're not
I've-
those are
Those are
action
the
though.
those are the only other ones I can really think of though that are. Well, I guess Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, Chrono Trigger's fun, but Chrono Trigger is very simple. There's not a lot going on there combat wise. It is very like very fun, and the story and the characters are really great because it's Kira Toriyama of Dragon Ball, and who else? He also does the art for Dragon Quest. And it's a great game on its own, but it's just there's just a special something. They just put all their effort, like the team that they had, and even to this day, as much as I don't like 15, everything else about Final Fantasy, it's just always been like
You're
even
13,
if
aren't
it
you?
wasn't better, it was certainly different. It set itself apart in some way. So, but yeah,
Yeah.
two's good. I'm playing three right now, and three kind of sucks so far because it's the
Now, does three
PSP.
suck because of the port you're having to play on it?
Yes, I do not like the port. So it's the PSP port of the DS remake, and unfortunately, it's not very good. Like they kind of phoned it in, or they were learning the hardware or something. They tried too hard to make it all 3D, and it's just like you can only have three enemies in a game that was designed to have like up to like six or eight on screen, and so like they had to accommodate that, and so some bosses get to go twice in a row, which is kind of like it's already kind of like hard. I'm not having a good time with it so far. We'll see, because sometimes the early parts are a bit troublesome. And Jason.
Okay. Now, because three would have still been on the NES, right?
Correct.
So 4 is when you're gonna jump. Why is no the dog's in my bed?
Four
4 is
will
gonna
be
be
the
where you jump to the Super Nintendo.
That's right, 16-bit. Yep.
I gotta say,
And
because
I'm
I read the article you posted on Reddit talking
mhm,
about Final Fantasy 2, and the whole way that it actually like you improve your stats because you don't like yeah the Elder Scroll games have that you use your one-handed weapons and you increase your one-handed, but it's not like that directly actually links to hit points and all and all that like that did, and I'm actually
mhm.
kind of that I think that system sounds cool.
It is. It is, as long as you don't get in. There's two pieces to it. Don't get in your own head about it, because
Yeah,
like with experience points, it's very predictable. Who's somebody clicked the button? Oh, okay. Well, we were
I thought you
talking.
were playing now.
He was just in the bed hoeing, like he was just clicking. Oh, my axe is ready. Anyway, so yeah, at first, don't get in your head about it, because with like a standard fixed experience point system, you can plot it out, you can see your growth, and you can
Yeah,
guarantee it, and all that stuff. With this one, you can't. It'll happen eventually, but you just won't know when those milestones are going to come around. The other thing is, do look up something about it ahead of time, because like there are some nuances in certain stats that don't necessarily make as much sense as others. And aside from that, there's no problem. You don't want to make everybody like a jack of trades, because that's just going to be really hard. That's kind of true anytime you try to do that in any game.
yeah.
So by the end, I had a character with like a really good weapon, two really good weapons, dual wielding, and he was, hitting the main boss for a decent chunk, and I had my spellcasters doing their thing. It was good. The final boss was surprisingly not strong. Like he had a couple powerful spells, a really weak melee attack, and then he had one like nasty status thing that I was able to block for the most part, and this is without me having to look up its strategy. I beat it on
Yeah.
the first try, so it is the easiest version of the game you can play though. So there's also that.
When was the last time you had a final boss that you felt lived up to, being a final boss?
Oh, that's a good question. Let me think about that.
Because like I think about like Aldu and Skyrim is always a letdown because they don't really know when you're gonna get to him, so he's always a pushover.
Yeah, I thought Skyrim like changed levels with you.
It does, but it's not significant.
I'll throw a couple out. Let's see. Hades from Hades is an excellent final
Hades
boss.
was tough. Yeah.
Even the first time you fight him, you almost certainly to die, and then you'll fight him a bunch of times, and then you finally win. But then even after that, he's still challenging and still fun to fight, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Even after you've kind of got him on farm. The final boss, like every boss in Hollow Knight was horrible, but especially the final boss. Maybe not the hardest boss in the game that I had fought, and certainly not the hardest boss available at all in the game, but he is final boss worthy.
Okay.
The hardest boss you can fight in Undertale was incredibly difficult and unbelievably rewarding because it has one of the best boss soundtracks in any game ever.
Well, that's part of the nuance too, right? Like, because I think of Sakuna of Rise and Ruin, and that final boss, in and of himself, wasn't hard, but had a couple cheese tactics that, like, if you weren't quite ready for, you got killed.
Yeah,
I was like, this sucks. Like, this isn't a boss that's rewarding to fight. It's like it's a artificial hardness.
Right. The final fight, while not difficult, was very fun in Nier Automata. Final fight in Part C.
Yeah. I mean, it was certainly harder to win that fight as A2 than it was as 9S.
No, I never did it as 9S, but yeah, I mean, I didn't die. And not that I want to die, but it definitely judged it, like, as far as the difficulty. But, like, as far as rewarding, I felt it was incredibly rewarding. I felt that was a very good boss fight. I felt the mechanics represented the game well that Hugh had played up until that point. So, let's see what else if I play.
Sweet. Good job, man.
I'm gonna go chop those logs.
I dropped off my pickaxe.
Sweet. Jason just standing motionless in front of the house.
Sweet. Good.
Yeah, I hear myself. You're playing.
Check.
That's hilarious.
Oh. I think we take the 90% solution tonight.
What's that?
Everything else works, right?
Check 1, 2.
See, now you're double.
Right.
This is Lauren's fault, right? Ooh, what's this? Mahogany seed.
Yeah, it creates a hardwood tree.
That's so cool. I haven't played like far into a file since like 1.3.
Check 1, 2.
I think that was like I
Can
think
I
I
double
skipped
down?
1.4 altogether.
No, you're good.
No.
Okay, let me double check this.
All right, I have so much hardwood. I don't know what to do with hardwood.
Check 1, 2.
anymore. Hardwood.
Hardwood is mostly for like house upgrades.
Yeah.
All right, we got it all working, guys.
Sweet.
Wow.
Good job, man. Thanks.
You
You have
write
to
it
teach
down.
me how to do
Write
it
it down.
sometime.
Yeah, I'm writing it down right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Hades is a good example. I'm trying to think of like, yeah, but like, I mean, Ganon in Breath of the Wild really wasn't all that hard.
No, but I liked it. It was a good fight.
I did.
Might have died. I can't remember.
Oh, I destroyed him. It was easy.
I must have put in almost 100 hours before I got to him, and I I still wasn't that strong. I knew how to like play, but I didn't know how to play it well.
I mean, I'd gotten all 4 guardians and the shrines before I went and fought him.
Mm-hmm.
So I had the like, I mean, my master sword was, not that it matters for him because it's always fully powered up hitting him, but my master sword was fully powered up, and
Mine was not.
Can you guys still hear me?
you are
You
now
sounded
double.
weird. I don't know if
Never
he's
mind.
double, but it sounds weird.
No, maybe birthday's coming up. You're good.
Yes. No, not double.
Just so everyone
No,
knows, it's
boss.
Chan's birthday today.
I'm gonna go get a beer. He'll be
Everybody
not in
buys
real
Chan a
life.
beer.
on real life. I mean, I have a beer, but I'm not gonna get a beer tonight. Save it for tomorrow because it's ramen night. Feast Friday. It's my birthday in 1 week, everybody. So make sure you gift a sub, not a Twitch sub, a free sub on YouTube.
Oh, I thought you were saying like gift you like a sub.
Oh, I haven't had a sub in forever.
I had a public sub a while back. Oh, so good.
Beer and a salad. Healthy.
Oh, somebody's going after Leia.
I'm going after her. The rate I talk to her, I might have her married by like year 3. Where is she? My.
I got 3 hearts on Penny, but I don't have a lot of time
Check 1, 2.
to get that 4th heart.
Oh, don't eat it. Don't eat it. That's mine. Or that's hers. There we go.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
sir.
Okay, cool.
Oh, you said you fixed it. What are you doing?
All right, we fixed everything, guys.
All right.
Oh,
we
wait.
can finally play the game,
on.
as they say.
Okay. Okay. For a second there, I thought I lost game audio.
Stop giving her. Put that salad down. Put it down.
I had to. I didn't realize I gave her 2 gifts already this week.
Arrgh.
I'll get her tomorrow. You can't stop me.
Time to play Journey of the Prairie King. Wait, shoot. Oh, I have to use the arrow keys. Ah, help, help. There we go.
You mean the joystick?
Yes. Badge too. I don't know what the badge does.
I was thinking that you know what was a hard boss? Final
What?
boss in Super Mario RPG.
Yeah, Smithy. Smitty's hard. Smithy. No,
Look
not.
at this
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's I've been thinking about that game a lot lately. And I'm like, ooh, I should play it again after Final Fantasy's over.
Just
There's
Just
another
so,
game.
just so you can get to the Axum Rangers and get your butt kicked.
The last time I played it, I beat them in like my first try.
Did you?
Like,
I had
casino,
I remember the time I beat that game. I had to grind the 2 fireballs in the room before them like 100 times in order to
Yeah,
get a few levels so I could beat them.
I made sure to I never ran away from a fight the time I beat it, and so it was just super powered up. There's another game called Moon. It was recently ported to the Switch. It's a PS1 game.
Okay.
It may not have come out in the US. I don't remember. Very niche, very underrated, kind of situation. But it's made by the same team that made Super Mario RPG, and it shows. Like the art style is almost identical.
Oh, cool.
But the twist is like you're a human transported to like a fantasy world, where, like maybe even a video game. It's like an isekai type situation, and I don't remember if you are a human or you become a monster, but basically you get to play on the side of the monsters in a world where they're killed for their experience points. So it's kind of like a subversion of the genre. Basically, it's like what about the monsters? What do they think? Kind of situation.
What game is that, Karch?
It's called Moon.
Oh, that's interesting.
And so
What platform?
it's on Switch.
Okay.
It's an old game though. It's an old PS1 game.
Okay, but I see. Did you buy it?
No. It's on my wish list, but
What
might
was
give it a
that?
Like
Giant in the
Steam.
Playground obviously has Order of the Stick. What was the other comic it used to host?
Earth World.
It's kind of like that, right? In a sense. And that because
Sort
didn't he
of,
like get teleported over there and then he ends up being in charge of the monsters?
Not in charge of the monsters, but basically he still has like he's like a DM in a
Yeah.
tabletop game, and he has like certain tactical powers. He just joins a side basically, and there
Okay.
are monsters, yeah, but yeah, they moved. I was following it for a little while that comic, and then
Yeah, I enjoyed that because like the first part was on Giant in the Playground, and then they moved to their own site, and I never made the jump with them.
How does this work with me playing the little arcade game?
No clue. It's
Time
10,
is still
it's 10
passing.
o'clock, man.
Oh man.
I don't know. I don't know if you could beat the game in one go
Oh,
on
absolutely.
multiplayer, but you can save your progress now, or it saves your
Oh, that's
progress.
neat.
Yeah, they added that in 1.5.
What should I
This
do
is
with the
what,
rest of my
10,000
energy?
Fish.
I do have a fishing pole. Okay. Can I fish at this little water like right by your house?
Yeah, you can catch fish in there.
Cool.
Nothing fancy, but it's still easy money.
I'm watching Karch's minigame too, so that's cool. I can see that.
I'm gonna dump these fish off.
Sean, do you have 2
and-
monitors?
I cannot support 2 monitors now.
What do you mean?
Well-
you can't support 2 monitors
Well,
now?
because I only have one USB, and I need to be able to plug in my mic.
Well, get a hub.
So the problem is if I get a hub, I have to get one that adds a power source because
What?
my entire because a
What do you-
splitter normally won't provide enough power to power my
I'm
audio
confu-
box.
Well, hold on. Oh my god, I have so many questions. Okay,
Oh,
I'm gonna stop
leave him
fishing
alone.
because
Leave
I
him alone. He's not
No.
an idiot. He knows what he's doing.
I know he's not, but I'm confused because I have the same laptop and the power adapter is a whole separate thing. So I don't understand why you were saying it has a.
No, so here's the problem. If I put a splitter into my one USB port, right?
Okay.
So it splits the one USB port only has one USB port's worth of power coming out of it. If I put a splitter, it's going to split that power across
Okay.
the USB ports on the splitter,
And what do you need?
which means it won't provide enough power to my audio box.
Oh. Okay. So here's what you need to do because I have the same problem. Get a
Which means I have to get a splitter with a power source.
No, not a splitter with a power source. A USB-C hub. So your USB-C hub will go into your USB-C, and then at that point you can have USB-C out to your monitor. You can have USB for your controller, and then use the USB built into the laptop for the audio box. This is what I had to do.
The audio box only it has one USB that both powers it and also sends the info to my laptop.
Correct.
I don't know. You have a USB-C port on your laptop.
What are you talking about?
Okay.
He says that you have.
I got
USB-C
one
port on.
USB on my laptop.
And you have a USB-C.
You have an A or B or whatever it's called.
No, you
3.0.
have yeah. You have a C. It's the symmetrical, the round.
A little
shape.
oval.
Yeah, it's a little oval.
Okay.
Okay. So
I got you then.
yeah. So you just because I had to do the exact same thing in
This is-
Memphis.
This is the opposite of entertaining. Oh, I couldn't make it to my bed again. I gotta stop
hold
looking
on,
at my
let me
TV
see.
before
I'm
I
the
go to
only
bed.
one that can see the chat. Oh, hey, Crimson just messaged. This is really entertaining. Tell me more about the ports on Sean's laptop.
I doubt that.
Such a liar.
I'll screenshot it. Help me out here, Crimson. If you're still watching, I need that screenshot.
I could do that.
So yeah,
but
USB-C port.
That's also another dongle I gotta buy that I really don't wanna buy.
dongle, but mine was $12. You know, I will ship you mine.
He
That-
didn't say because he
Ah,
wants
here we
to
go.
pay money on it.
Karch,
Not
what's
everybody
the,
wants to.
What's the next holiday? I'm gonna send this to Sean.
I hate you so. I hate your gift so much. You are the anti-clause. That is what you are.
Ah.
Get in bed. Click the button.
Jesus, God.
We just wasted a whole day
I
playing that
didn't.
stupid game. No, I did. I wasted a whole day playing
real
that stupid
life?
game. No, never mind. The mini game.
Mm.
The sauce.
Yeah, well, that's yeah.
Radish
Hey,
salad.
It's you.
I went from
Get
one
out
heart
of
with
my
Shane
house.
to 3 hearts with Shane. Or
Did
4
I?
hearts.
Yeah, I got 3 down with him too.
I'm gonna
Dude,
follow
perfect gifts on their
Karch Cam.
birthday is
I'm gonna-
cheating.
I'm gonna pretend like I'm Karch's cameraman.
Please do.
It's a rainy day.
Oh, you're making me lag. Stop it. Get away.
I'm not making you lag.
You are all
Oh
like
my
you,
God, you're right. I'm getting away from you. That's not cool. That's not cool TV. Crimson says, "Tell me more about them ports." I'm screenshotting it.
I know it's under duress though.
It's not.
You put a psychological gun to his head.
I don't know. It seemed like he wanted to, or she wanted to do it. Boom.
Their head. It's they. You both need to stop saying he/she. It's they.
Okay,
That is the
well,
gender neutral pronoun.
You're right. I'll just say Crimson. Crimson said
Well,
that
that's
Crimson
well, yes.
wanted.
A person's name is the most appropriate way to refer to them.
Yeah, agree. So Crimson said that Crimson wanted to know more about the ports.
Well, I have 2 ports on the front of my machine.
Nobody
the tower,
cares.
And then I have several more ports.
I'm just gonna go play Titanfall. Screw
No, you can't.
Screw you.
Here's the thing, man.
I just want the JoJo Cola.
There's nothing you could do. This is the problem when you give the stream controls to the wild card.
It's
There's
true.
everything I could do. I could just walk away.
You could, but here's what you couldn't do. You couldn't.
I still have plenty of the power.
That's true, but you could not stream Titanfall to our channel right now because we are streaming this, and I don't think you can
You're
shut
correct.
it off.
But
Probably kick
I
us out
can
somehow.
also just go start my own channel.
I was just about to say he's going to start his own thing. I think YouTube would ban that. I don't think that's very good for the algorithm.
Start.
All right, fine. Forget the blackjack.
Oh, hey, cutscene. I'm gonna switch over to Jason.
Cutscenes are boring. Cutscenes are.
You can't voice act something. That's my job.
You don't have a. You have a coin voice act. I was the first one to voice act, and then I dropped it. What?
Because I can't concentrate. Whoa. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. I see what I did wrong, and I regret everything.
Maybe I'll ask Shane to dance with me since I have 4 hearts with him.
Perfect. Go, lead on the alcoholic depressant.
What are you talking about? Are you talking about me?
No.
Stop projecting.
The character. I'm not even gonna explain it. Talking about me? Freudian. That was Freudian.
Was it? Okay, I'm done.
This light on Penny's trailer looks like a nose.
Which one? Oh, it does. It looks like Squidward's nose a little bit.
It does. Yeah, it looks like Squidward's nose.
Wait, does Squidward have a nose?
Yeah, he's got this big long dong nose.
I gotta Google it now. Squidward's nose.
How do you not remember what
know what
Squidward's nose?
Squidward looks like?
Well, one time they showed him handsome, and that's now. Oh, it is. Okay, it's external to his head. Yes,
Ye-
that's
eh,
right.
I'm
As
sorry.
most
our
noses are.
Hold on, I gotta
didn't realize noses were inside of my head.
Google handsome Squidward now.
Sean, there's something wrong with you. I've watched you come in and out of Penny's house twice now.
Look, I forgot to bring her gift. All right, shut up.
I love this so much.
You've got a problem.
Okay.
Reach
Oh,
out to some
Crimson, we are
friends.
watching Karch's gameplay, and I apologize that all he's doing is fishing because that's pretty boring.
Fishing is not boring.
I
hope
hope you're
he's
right.
cool.
I hope you're right.
Pammy Wham. All right, I'll be more interesting. There's not a lot of interesting things you can do in this game
Well, then why are we playing it?
because it's fun
Okay.
and we can
I
talk
see.
easier. We
I
can't
have a
chit chat while you
sword.
fight zombies
I
in
can.
Resident Evil 5.
You just suck.
I mean, Village. Crimson, would you like to watch us play Resident Evil Village? Jason is a giant scaredy cat, and it would be really funny to make him try to play that game.
How many hearts do I have with Leia? Only 1. Oh shit.
I don't know how to do the mines, guys.
Oh no, I'm fishing again. See, I can't help myself.
It's fine,
Has
I'm
anybody
gonna go
fixed that
fish.
bridge yet?
Am I supposed to go
No.
deeper into
I'll
If
the
fix
we pulled
the
our
bridge.
wood, we probably have enough to get across.
Oh yeah, I got plenty of wood. I'll just fix it.
Karch's got so
I got
much
like 75 or 100.
And go cut some trees down. 'cause
How do
I'm
I
a
get deeper
lumberjack.
into the caves, guys?
So you'll break
Ah,
rocks.
I got it. Never mind. Don't talk to me about it.
Don't talk to me. A great scene in Friends.
Is it the one where Chandler makes Joey get in a, or no, Joey makes Chandler get in a box?
No, it's in the later seasons. Ross's much maligned son Ben comes over to use the bathroom.
Why would you call Ben maligned?
Nobody likes Ben.
What are you
in the
talking
show
about?
or outside
Nobody
the
likes
show.
him.
Nobody likes Ben, the character, the child character of
Why?
Ross's son. Anyway, just shut up and let me tell the
Okay.
story. So he comes over to Rachel's apartment to use their bathroom because he has to go, as kids do. And then at one point, Ross is like, "You okay in there?" So, he like asks after him, and Ben's like, "Don't talk to me." And then Rachel's like, just like his daddy.
Okay, Crimson says yes to your question about Resident Evil Village.
Yeah.
Crimson says yes. They say do it. Even better for me since I have yet to see any gameplay of it other than hearing about the big lady.
Big lady.
The Dami mommy.
This does remind me. Since Crimson is on cards, do you want to tell him how you feel about Age of Dragoon?
Legend of Dragoon. It's a trash game. It's a trash game, and I hate it. It's not one of the great JRPGs of the 90s, as many people seem to think it is. And that is a hill I will die on.
I was really hoping I would catch like a special fish here out while it was raining.
Need iron. Yeah, you can keep it. Oh, you need to go buy a bag. Tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. It's the left bar that has like that plus on it.
This is a heck of a fish.
I'm gonna go fix that bridge.
Got him. Put it in the trash can.
Yeah, so because if you drop it on the ground, you have an empty space, it'll just pick it right back up again. But yeah, trash can. The goop's not important. You can leave the goop. You want...
Oh, get that. That's the dwarf scroll.
You need to free up your inventory. Don't throw it on the ground. Throw it in the trash can. So when you open your menu, there's a trash... Okay, so then you should be able to pick up the scroll. And there's something in...
Because I can't figure this out.
Here you go, Gus.
Because
You brought me the item I asked for. I really appreciate it.
Did you bring with Jello Cola too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that one.
It never rains in Calico Desert. That's where my friend Sandy lives. Sounds like a fake name she made up for a fake friend in the desert.
Yeah, my girlfriend in Canada.
Girlfriend in Canada.
I think Sean said my girlfriend Canada.
Canada? That's girl Ganon.
Yeah, exactly. That's the girlfriend he's talking about.
There are a lot of girl Ganons. They're called the Gerudo.
What?
Gerudo.
Oh.
Gerudo.
I got an eel.
Ew.
Yeah, but we need it for the community. But
Ew. I said ew.
all right.
We are all going to talk like Emperor Palpatine now.
I need. Hey,
You sound
know
like you're
what
talking
should-
more like a goblin.
You know what you need to use?
I'm a goblin Palpatine.
Oh, Crimson said that they liked Legend of Dragoon.
Oh, I know.
Oh.
We know you know.
Sean
I
said.
just wanted to tell you that's what they said. Also, we need to work on my Sean campaign character D&D voice. So, I've been listening to the audiobooks of Game of Thrones, and I was thinking something kind of British.
I want you to establish what your character does before you try to make a voice out of it.
I don't. What do you mean? What my character does?
You don't have a strong identity for Jarmo yet.
What do you mean?
You need to make an identity.
He's a bard.
I don't. Right, but what does he do? He doesn't have a personality.
Well, his personality is trying not to make the other season's D&D characters upset with my indecision.
Okay. Well, you're failing at that.
I know. I know.
Bed. I'm exhausted.
Should I go to bed? It's 8.
You've got 6 hours.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna.
Jason sent a picture. said, Crimson Karma says, tell me more about them ports. Crimson Karma, how did you find us? How did you come across our YouTube channel? What does the exhausted status give you?
I added an eel to our bundles.
I saw.
Every 5 levels. So there'll be an elevator you can get in then.
Nappy. Won't go by time. My dog peed in the house twice today. Yeah.
That's
I'm
unfortunate.
about to make a bad decision and pay for incredibly expensive personal training. It guarantees that they'll perfect your dog. Guarantees. Oh, I totally forgot to go fix the bridge. Oh well, whatever.
Right back.
Dogs are not beautiful in their imperfection. You don't. She threw up on the rug today too, and the jute rug, the hard to clean jute rug. It is robust and granted, it's not as gross as stain. Get out of my house. Oh. Ooh, I can make it. No. Fluke. We were posting on Reddit for a little while. If they're busy on Reddit, then that's probably where it was. That makes.
I'm back.
You know what? That's starting to ring a bell, actually. Yeah, he left.
Bathroom.
You went to the bathroom. You're supposed to say something really dramatic when you do it, like scream it.
I said I'm going to the bathroom.
You gotta be like, go
That's
to
a
the
dumb rule.
bathroom!
Oh my
God,
gosh,
for
you
big
were
action
louder
figures.
than the rooster in the game that wakes me up.
Okay, it's on
I
Karch.
feel bad about the partners.
Karch is the one streaming. I'm going to the bathroom!
I grew some strawberries and they came to life today. That was fun. Got more strawberries. I'm so mad at myself. I think once you buy them, they should be available at the store.
That would be nice.
What are these? All right, I'm growing tulips and potatoes.
I keep forgetting to check Gus's for Tom Kana soup.
Is it random?
Yeah, he has a different dish every night, and Tom Kana soup is one of the soups that Penny loves.
I'm gonna save one of these strawberries. Keep that wood. Jason, ugly character you made. Your stock image stuff.
Right.
Let's see. 5,000 gold. What can we do with 5,000? We can buy a tree.
Probably get apples,
Yeah, have them ready by fall.
because then it'll be ready by fall.
The thing is, they're so much fun to grow, but they're so useless, except for the fruit they provide for the bundles. But you can get those from the cave too, because I always go fruit for the cave.
Yeah. On my one playthrough where I'm on year 7, I wish I had done that, but I went for mushrooms, and I was like, yeah, I regret
I
this.
did too in my first one. Yeah, I didn't make that mistake twice though.
Trying to think, have you actually talked about Returnal while we've been live streaming yet?
I don't think I've talked about Returnal while I've live streamed. At least not very much, because
So how many bosses have you beaten Returnal so far?
I have beaten 3 and I'm on the 4th boss.
Okay.
It's like I said earlier, it's just this beautiful cacophony of chaos. So the third boss is this huge, like floating skull head thing with a body, and he's got these giant statues off in like this ether, and then you're just kind of like on this platform off in the distance, and each boss is like 3 phases in health bars to indicate the phases. And in the second phase, the ground disappears from under you and you just start kind of falling through the air. And then there's these platforms that appear, like they're like islands though in the air, and you can grapple between them, and the boss will move areas, and you can shoot him from pretty much anywhere, but obviously it's easier to shoot him if he's close. And then after that phase, those disappear as well, and then they start basically like just keep rising up, and you have to play this game of shoot the boss, dodge the bullets, but then make sure you're on a platform, because if it goes far too high or you fall too far, you will like can't die. You don't die from falling, but you do take damage, so technically you can die from falling.
Gotcha.
So yeah, that was the one that I beat on my first try though, and like I said, I haven't felt more alive in a while. It was hard though, and like nail bitey, and then the next one is like it's a bit more traditional, but the amount of stuff he just throws at you while he's playing his little weird flesh organ is insane.
Yeah,
He's
it
playing
just
a
makes it
flesh
lot-
organ.
lot of
What?
damage.
Flesh organ.
I don't think
'Cause everything's like all fleshy. It's all very, you know.
phrasing. Were you talking about Returnal?
Yeah.
I figured.
But yeah, I had my first big like I just don't know how far I am.
Right.
And so I don't know how much story I have received or not received, because up until last night I was like, the story kind of sucks because it's either non-existent or just not well told. I'm not sure which one. And then I got a big trippy long kind of like, you know, interactive cutscene situation, and I was like, I still don't know what's going on, but I'm intrigued more than I was before. So, but it's not
What
like
is I guess what is the general story here of Returnal?
you are a
You just
Scout.
put Karch in spoiler mode. So Crimson, if you wanna,
no, I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm not gonna spoil
Yeah,
it.
you always
The
say
basic
that.
premise. The basic premise is that you're some like scout person for this space operation called like Astra. Your name is Celine, and then like just crash land on a planet, and you're like, oh no, like I don't know, you know, I got to get to a safe place and follow like the evacuation protocol, but you can't make contact. Your ship's destroyed, and then you know you will inevitably die within those first few minutes, and then you find that you just kind of wake right back up where you are, and then that's it. Like, and then you start finding your dead body, and along with audio logs of yourself, and you know, talking about your experience here.
Yes.
What?
I got penny to 4 hearts.
Oh, good for you. When's
Sorry.
the festival?
In 2 days.
Nice. Skyrim or Evelyn got Skyrim.
I
taken from the
accidentally
trash.
clicked on it.
okay, so
but yeah, she keeps finding her dead body with audio logs, and then that's the mystery. Also, there's this house that appears, and this is all stuff that was in the trailer. So again, I'm not spoiling anything unless you wanted to go completely media blackout on it. But there's your presumably it's your house, and you're like, how is this here? And you go through it, and there's these creepy, not even creepy, just kind of these eerie first-person segments. There's this astronaut. Like he looks like a moon, like a 1969 moon landing astronaut kind of thing.
Yeah, an Apollo astronaut.
And he's just really ominous. And that's it. Like I don't have a lot to go off. Like there are some data logs that kind of flesh out your character might be crazy. You know, like it's hard to say though. I really don't know because they haven't told me much and haven't given me much to go off of. It is 99% all about the gameplay, which is a shame because like I had a cutscene after what I thought was the final boss. It was like, wow, that was some PS5 level cutscene right there. The lighting especially was just really, really good.
I guess that's the other thing here. Like this is a PS5 game. This is a next gen game.
Yeah, no, without a doubt. Like I was making fun of it for having that lone moment of texture bopping. But, that was the first and only hiccup I've had. There's been some people have reported crashes. I think they sent a patch out to fix that, which also broke a lot of people's saves.
I was saying,
had no
did
such
you
issues
read
yet.
that whole escapade?
I didn't. I don't know much about it.
So they put out like they had a day one patch. They put out like another minor squashing bugs patch, and then they put out like a big patch that squashed some bugs, but also like added some features.
Mm-hmm.
And it broke. Dang it! Pickaxe not strong enough to break the copper one's not strong enough to break the boulders.
Lame.
But yeah, it broke people's saves and like save corruption and save files getting deleted and all that. So they rolled back and advised everyone to wipe to basically uninstall the game and reinstall it so that they got basically got rolled back to the previous version.
Right.
And then they yesterday I think put out a patch. What is I think patch like 1.3.4 that is now
that's
good
yesterday.
and doesn't have those problems.
That's a bunch of silliness. Like I said, I haven't had any of those problems. I almost never do. Like I've never experienced issues. Like all the stuff that people complain about in Cyberpunk, nothing like that's ever happened to me in almost any video game ever. Yeah, I mean, sure, sometimes a game has crashed, but not as a result of like this wide known issue. In fact, my Switch games crash more than anything.
Really?
And that's still pretty rare. And like random, like I don't think it's like a thing. It's because like
that's
everything
true.
will crash.
I guess if I take Skyrim out of the mix with its standard Bethesda instability, right? My console games pretty much never crash. I've had a couple crashes, like literally 2, I think, on the Switch, at one time or another.
You made another chest.
Yeah.
Fix the bridge on the by the beach, by the way.
Oh, sweet. Yay for coral.
I sold it.
All right, so we're gonna need, I guess, an iron pickaxe to break the boulders.
Should we sell geodes or put them in the chest?
No. So if you go to the blacksmith,
okay,
with your geodes, and he'll crack them open, and there's
what am I doing?
It's like a prize box basically. There's random minerals and rocks and stuff in there.
Okay. And then what do I do with
Sometimes
this
some
dwarf
really good
scroll 1? I take that to the museum.
Yeah, which is right beneath the.
Do I have time to do that today or nah?
No, it's closed.
He's closed. He closes at 4.
This is like real life, man. Like
just like real life, man.
Like I wanted to go to God, what store? Oh, Moe's Southwest, and it closes at 8 p.m. Really?
That's really early.
Yeah, it's really early.
But it's because nobody likes Moe's.
Chipotle doesn't open on Sundays.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Let's rewind a little bit. What burrito bowl establishment do you go to, Card?
I haven't been to one in forever, unfortunately.
Because gluten.
But I prefer T-flats.
So yeah, so Moe's is at the bottom of my list.
Say T-flats.
Moe's is at the bottom of T-flats. Tijuana flats. I don't think they have those in Alabama.
Yeah, we don't have those here.
Yeah, sucks to suck.
Yeah, well, we have Chipotle, so
Chipotle's good. So it's Moe's bottom, then Tijuana Flats, then Chipotle. Although those are kind of interchangeable depending on what I'm in the mood for.
Yeah.
And then there's a local place here called Taco Bar that
doesn't
count. Taco Bar. I miss Taco Bar.
You can't just say a random local place. It's got to be like Qdoba. I'll take that.
You know? But like Taco Bar is actually like it's been on Food Network shows. It's naturally known.
I had Taco Bar with Karch. And
no, you didn't.
Yeah, I did in Nashville.
You're thinking of Bar Taco.
Well,
Bar Taco.
Whatever. Bar Taco.
It's not the
bar.
same.
Not the same thing.
Rachel likes Bar Taco. I think it's fine. I think it's way overpriced.
It is way overpriced, especially their margaritas.
Oh, see, I won't even touch that because it's so overpriced. Who's not in bed? Who's somebody?
I'm having a cutscene with Shane.
Oh, well, you can make out later. Make out on your own time, Sean.
This is my own time. Deal with it. It's not working.
Don't play my Switch.
You're not my superior officer.
Hunt some monsters. Here we go.
Can you angle the Switch screen so we can vaguely see it?
It's gonna be so hard, but yeah, I'm gonna try. Tell me if you can see it, Jason. I'm using all the muscles in my stomach right now.
See you around, Skyrim?
You can see the back of the Switch where it says Nintendo Switch.
Oh god, I'm walking slow because of that beer he gave me.
What a lightweight. What are you, me?
Remember in Harvest Moon 64, the drinking contest festival?
That's so good.
Harvest Moon 64 had the best festivals.
It did, hands down.
Yeah. I don't know what to do now. I got Penny to 4 hearts. I'm like mission accomplished.
For the
Everything else is
game, you
pointless.
have no more point.
I just wanted to be able to dance with her in the first flower festival.
Ooh,
I'm
I can
good.
make the farmer's lunch. I can make the bee houses. Are we gonna be bee farmers?
I love being a bee farmer.
Jason, have you bought your backpack yet? I will. Okay. Go to the. Do you know where the store is? It's next to the hospital. Do you know where the hospital is?
Nope.
Okay. Go to town.
Literally earlier said I'm in front of the hospital.
I don't know. Doesn't mean I know where it was. It's Cartridge Stream now. Crimson Carmen
follow me.
says Jason is the best.
Jason is the best.
He,
'Cause without
they
this.
didn't really say that, but
Oh,
I
all
don't
right.
tell
You
I
need to
say
stop
that.
putting words in their mouth.
well, okay, well,
I am literally relying on you to transcribe what they're saying.
well, they did. Okay, so I had a conversation with them about. Okay, so they did confirm that the first way they found our channel was from my Final Fantasy VII video, and
Okay.
and I
Yeah,
said,
you gonna start that back up?
no, so I sent them this text message in the chat thing here, and I said that that you were gonna Sean is gonna pick up where I left off, and that I tried
let's start
really hard to
all
like
over.
it, and I couldn't.
I don't think you did.
I tried
I
really
think you just
hard.
didn't. I think you just didn't want to deal with the technical headaches.
No, why would you say that?
Come here. Where are you
I
going?
like the
Come here.
technical headaches. It's literally the only part of this I like.
But, like, you didn't actually play it. Like, you never sat down for more than like 45 minutes because of
That
those
is a
headaches.
lie,
Come
and
here,
it's
Jason.
documented
here.
on video. Don't slander me. I have libel law on my side.
If you don't get past Midgar,
I got
you
past
can't tell me you
Midgar.
gave it a fair shake. You did not get past Midgar.
I
I
was
gotta
at
remake this weekend.
what's the face? I can't play this game and think of other games. Am I going in here? It's locked.
Yeah, once
You're worse at multitasking
once,
than I am. And that's
don't go
impressive.
anywhere. Just stay here.
Okay.
What'd you say, Sean?
relax.
He's worse at multitasking than I am. And that's impressive.
Dude, he
Hold on.
can't. He can't even.
I have
sleep.
one core. I have a single core. Oh, see, Crimson
brain,
says
yeah.
Crimson says I have a great beard. If you like
He does. He
Jason's
has- you
beard,
have a
you should
great
check
beard.
out Robert's beard. We're gonna get that guy.
I
on
wish
here.
I had a beard.
My beard's okay, but it's not as good as either of yours.
My beard could be glorious if I was allowed to have one.
You have a nice beard once you're allowed to
Oh,
grow it out.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. I know it's 9 a.m. I'm trying to think of a character from Final Fantasy. It's the one that we send our oh god, the dude's Barrett's daughter. We send back to this person's mom. She's the flower girl. What's her name?
Aerith.
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 Yeah.
Yeah, so Aerith. Aerith, I was at Aerith's house the second time when I
Okay.
when
You
Barrett,
have it. That's Midgar. That's
Yeah,
still
that's-
Midgar.
yeah, but
That's-
how much further until I get
Sector
out?
5 slums?
Not too much further, but there's
Yeah, exactly.
you don't understand. There's an incredibly pivotal moment when you go to the Shinra Tower or the Shinra HQ and go through that that segment, and then once you leave Midgar, that really like kicks the story off and really intrigues the player. Buy the bag
really
right here.
ca-
That says for
I
sale.
don't. Sorry, I cannot have an argument and buy the backpack at the same time. I don't know how to
Buy
buy
the
a
bag
backpack.
first. Right here. Right here.
Where?
Right next
Where?
to me. Right where, it says for
At
sale.
the
Buy the
this
bag right here.
lady or okay.
bag,
Backpack
that's not
upgrade 24 slots. Purchase $2,000. Okay, I bought it.
All right, now you can
Lord.
talk to your heart's content.
Talk to who?
Me, you dingus.
Oh my god. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
It's a stream. You have to talk to him.
I can talk to you, Sean. I don't have to talk to him.
I was just going to tell you to talk to
Podcast.
me. I missed the podcast too.
You missed the podcast?
I've always
Yeah,
missed the podcast.
I like doing the podcast.
We can
But
go back to it.
No, you threatened to leave the channel.
I
every
did not.
stream. You did.
That's a lie.
Prove it.
I literally have all the Google Hangouts now. Yeah, you can't.
Good luck, dude. Google Hangouts sucks for searching.
It
You
does?
can, but it sucks for searching
Good thing I have a steel
'Cause we
trap
we talk too
Penny,
much
get her
during
away
the
from her
day.
mom.
memory.
I know you want to marry Penny so bad. You want to hitch your wagon to Pam Beasley.
What are you talking about?
Pam is Penny's mom, and in my headcanon,
She's the town drunk.
yeah,
Why
in my
would you say
headcanon,
that
I've
to
made her
me?
Pam.
He's talking to me.
You talking to me?
Talking to me. I've never seen that movie.
Me neither. Wait, is that Raging Bull? Or is that Taxi Driver? It's Taxi. I have seen that movie. She
I
said
think it is
nice
Taxi
shoes.
Driver.
Haley said nice shoes. That's a pickup line. That's the first half of a pickup line.
Oh, big shoes is a pickup line.
No, it's not. I might have to.
Starfruit seeds. Starfruit seeds.
I have a
got
starfruit seed and some melon seeds that I got from the
Yeah.
museum.
Haley's kind of
Well, that's
attractive.
It's cool that we can. She is the sexy one of the group.
Charges feed while I do my
I'm
my
Just
conversation.
finished talking to Leia.
Oh, she
talking
said
to
she's
Leia.
bored.
She's bored. She wants you to take her from here.
I would love that. Talk to me more. I can't talk to her anymore. That's all it will let me.
Once a day.
Can I give her cookies?
You can, yes.
Twice a week.
Well, I won't let me do anything now. I'm just gonna water her because I want to make her wet.
Oh, I hate
Yeah.
you so much.
You couldn't give a straight face.
Family friendly show. Come on, man.
What are you talking about? That I said no curse words.
Hello, neighbor.
Oh,
Both live outside of town. Does that mean something?
I thought you were trying to do a Mr. Rogers bit after my not Mr. Rogers bit.
No. Karch and I are just fishing next to each other.
That's
Yep.
cool.
On either side of.
Oh,
Leia. Hey, they breathe. That's kind of cool.
I'm gonna make him watch.
Oh. She likes Karch better. She went to Karch.
She's running away from us, Sean.
She's like, these fishing guys are weirdos. I gotta go.
Put him back over to Karch.
We're just fishing, man.
Back to you, Karch. Ooh, Linus. You got a hit. That's cool.
A real fish.
Real life fish.
Got a chest. Maybe there's gonna be another dino egg in it.
Oh, that's right. We need to start working on getting a coop. Does anyone know what we need to build a coop?
Money, which we have, and lots of wood, which we have not much of.
Okay, I'll start chopping wood then.
Ooh, I got some iron ore.
Can you give
Nice.
gifts to people without click? Like, how do you give gifts to people? Is it a prompt when you click on them, or do
You have to have the item selected,
Okay.
and then you just there should. Then when you go to mouse over them, there should be like a gift
Ooh,
icon.
Okay, I'm not. Well, this is no.
I got a sunfish, which is
I
another one
didn't
we
want
need
to
for.
give it to Linus. Ah.
Who was next to Linus?
I wanted to give the gift to that girl, and I right clicked instead of left click because I didn't want to give it to him, and it give it to him anyway.
Right click
Ah,
is how you give it to people.
no. I didn't want
Okay,
you to have it,
Just
Linus.
go get something else.
It was my cookies that my mom sent me. I can't just replace.
She likes cheap flowers anyway. So.
I don't want you to tell me what she likes. I wanted to find it out myself.
Pretty girl likes pretty flowers. What a puzzle.
Yeah, who would have thought?
Speaking of, Sean, I want more puzzles in my D&D sessions. I want to be stumped and feel stupid, okay?
Don't you feel stupid anyway?
All right, that's
No.
a lot of work.
Just from being yourself.
No, just do like little baby puzzles because it'll still stump us.
Sometimes I'm stumped.
You know, like Monty
By-
Python on the bridge, that kind of stuff.
Python on a
Alright.
bridge. Sometimes I'm stumped.
I gotta
at
get you
which
guys back in another dungeon because dungeons are fun.
Oh yeah, we
Dungeons are
forgot
fun.
we were gonna workshop my D&D voice.
No, we weren't. No, we're not doing that.
Okay, never mind.
We
you
said
can,
you need
but
to,
you already said you were gonna be
you need to
British.
figure out who your character is first.
Yeah, that's right.
Freaking statue.
Which I don't know the answer to that question because I don't even understand what an answer to that question would be.
Like you need to build a background for your
Pretend-
character. So you like
Pretend you're playing a
understand
video
who your
game
character is.
because
Like,
you do
make them
you
a
do
person.
this. You do this all the time. You play video games with roleplay. You just talked about it with KOTOR. Do that, but for D&D.
Okay. I have to think about it.
And it doesn't have to be bard related. You don't have to like. You can be anything you want who also happens to be a bard.
Okay.
Right.
That's fair. So I guess my question is, well, never mind. I'll ask you after. Like, how does that impact my voice? But I can ask you that after.
It does. However, you don't. Also, you need to stop thinking you have to have a voice. You don't need to have a voice.
I do. It's messing with me.
I don't really do voices. Like
You can't tell me that my roleplay wasn't objectively better when I was Watto.
There was no roleplay during mine.
Whatever. I'm gonna pet this dog just so I don't have to listen to you this anymore.
There will be more opportunities for roleplay in the future, but
Oh no!
for the most part, did you? Oh, it's fine.
I
Just
put it
put it- Before you swing that stuff, though, you're gonna chop up my plants, and that'll make me
Well,
sad.
I where's my house?
tomorrow's the flower festival, guys.
I'm not
is it-
going.
You're not going?
No,
You
I don't know.
have
Maybe.
to.
All of my hard work's gonna pay off.
Can we go disrupt this penny business?
I wish, but no, we can't.
No, we can't. Okay. Oh, you're gonna go to sleep. Okay, well then we're gonna switch.
Sean's just running back.
I forgot to check out how much coops cost. What did I say about bad songs? Well, I did say don't sing them. I don't care why, but I did say don't sing them. That's great. I can make crab pots.
Made very little money.
Who cares? Oh, okay. There you go. I don't care. The first one was better. Nope, you're getting worse. The first one was better. Nope, not at all. Sorry. Chop my flowers. I'm not using them for romance. I'm just growing them for fun. You want some
Oh,
flowers?
that's right. We have a little mini query. I forgot about that.
Quarry.
Query. Sorry.
Wow.
Forgot
All
about
right, Jason, you wanted to talk about Game of Thrones.
that. Yep. That's a little strong, but okay.
Yeah.
That will it is accurate. Karch is a bigger Lord of the Rings fan than I am. Yeah. Yeah. I might have him beaten on read-throughs of the Silmarillion. That'd be about it.
I've only read through it once.
Yeah, I've done it 3 times.
I've tried it a second time, but
I've read the trilogy twice, and I think I've read The Hobbit 3 times.
an embarrassing amount of time since I read. Sorry, go ahead, Jay.
I'm going to the festival.
Where are you? It's
I'm
true.
just
We
the
might
sou-
have
the
to go.
southern part of the farm.
Yeah, follow me. So, what's your question? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I read the first book. Yep. Nope. Nope. I found the book boring, and the premise of it, anytime anyone tells me about it just doesn't draw me in.
We're gonna go into spoiler mode. What do you know about it? That what you say, people tell you the premise of it, and it doesn't draw you in.
Game of
All
Thrones
right,
is
so I know
baby's first
how
fantasy.
the entire TV show runs out because I knew I wasn't gonna watch it. So as people kept talking about it, I was like, all right, cool, spoilers, I don't care.
Okay.
So
So you
I know all the
everything.
major beats that occurred.
You know the ending. You knew all that.
Yeah.
Okay. So
It's so
Basically,
at the end of the
instead
day,
of
it
telling
basic-
Sean,
it boils
instead of
down to. Oh, go ahead.
instead of Sean telling us why he doesn't like it, I want to hear why you like it because you're kind of a normie when it comes
I am
to
a
this
super
stuff.
normie. I'm the worst nerd.
I want to
of
hear
all time.
because Game of Thrones made a bunch of normies love, at least they think they love like fantasy and medieval stuff all the time, but they don't really. They just got hooked on this zeitgeist thing.
But that's
So,
not
not
true.
that it was a
That's
bad
not
show. Not
entirely
that,
true
not
for
that
me
it's a bad show.
because
Right.
I like Lord of the Rings. I like the books.
Yeah.
I like the books before the movies existed. I
Apparently,
like the
Garth,
movies.
you must have to talk to the mayor for us to start the dance.
Oh, I was waiting for you guys to be ready. Yeah, I'll talk.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh, do I have to talk to her too? Because I haven't. Okay, cool. Whatever.
Anyway,
We're dancing.
so why do you like it?
Well, I need to qualify that statement because I am a normie, but I've been a weirdo D&D kid since fifth, sixth grade. So yes and no.
You're welcome.
But I'm the most normie of what is happening right now.
Great. You and I are dancing together. I don't think you were paying attention. but
I did.
I asked you to dance.
asked you, but I don't see me. Where am I?
You're
next
the
to me.
guy with the brown hair with the overalls
What?
in front of the green-haired dude.
Oh, my dance sucks. What do you? How are you making yourself dance?
I'm not. It's a cutscene.
Well, my dance sucked.
It did. It was bad. I did the girl dance and you did the male dance, which is basically just stand there.
It's literally just stand there. Okay. Sorry.
A dance with
Okay,
Penny. My
Back
job is
to
complete.
what I was saying.
You're a normie, but you're not.
I'm a normie,
Why do you like
but I'm
Game of
not.
Thrones?
And why do I like Game of Thrones? Okay. So I think my first exposure to Game of Thrones was the show.
Yes,
So
it
I
was.
should preface with that. And honestly, why did I like it? I watched it in 2012. That was kind of the midst of, at least the beginnings of the TV renaissance that we're in right now, television renaissance. And I think it was just like, it was a show that was bingeable, and it was the cliffhangers, but it was also quality. I mean, I honestly think in terms of the setting, the medieval fantasy aspect of it isn't necessarily the component that draws me in the most. It's probably just more the power struggle, the dynamics, the way that it kind of has these different storylines going on at the same time, but it also like converges them, and you kind of see the intersections, which is kind of a cool element to me. And like I said, it's definitely bingeable. It definitely in the television format. I won't say that
we got an arrow statue.
it doesn't rely heavily, but it definitely leans on cliffhanger to an extent.
I mean, yeah, shows do that.
Right, yeah. I mean, I think it was just one of those things that it was addictive. It was familiar to me, having had that Lord of the Rings and Dungeons and Dragons background and Diablo 2, etc., etc. All those like games that I loved growing up, Fable. It was in that universe to me. But then, in addition to that, it was addicting. It was something I could get my wife into, and it was, in terms of production quality, premium. So I think those are all the things that I liked about it, which aren't necessarily like, oh, great narrative, blah, 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 great storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
So I could see if you want to hate on that a little bit, but that's why I like it.
Have you watched anything like it since?
What do you
Specifically
mean,
in the fantasy
anything
genre?
like it? No,
Like,
not
Or the medieval, even like a historical fiction
No.
situation.
Well, okay, historical fiction. Let me think. I mean, no. To be, but what would there be? What am I missing out on? Like, is
There's
there
lots. There's plenty. There are plenty of things that cropped up in the wake of Game of Thrones. One of
Okay.
the bigger ones that I watched was Vikings. I dropped out. Because
Okay, yeah,
eventually
there
it
was a
became
bunch of
insufferable.
Vikings hype going around, especially with
Yeah.
all the. I mean, you had the not that God of War 2 is Vikings, but it's that Nordic influence, etc. And you had like Assassin's Creed, Valhalla, and all that.
Yeah, those are things that happen.
Well, I mean,
what?
you want to attribute all that to Game of Thrones just because there was like a.
No, I'm not
Tiny
attributing
little
all of
blip
what
of-
you just said to Game of Thrones.
Well, you said
I'm just saying that
Vikings.
there were. I said Vikings. There was a show called Vikings,
Yeah,
like a show called.
yeah,
the
I
title
know
of
it
the
was
show
on
was
Amazon Prime,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, I mean that's where we watched it. I don't know who have it. But
Yeah, and there was another show about Vikings too that same year.
there's lots of shows about Vikings.
Right. So,
Danes and Norsemen and such.
but do you think that's all because of Game of Thrones?
I accidentally gave Penny some wood.
You gave Penny some.
Haha,
wood. Sean's gonna be so upset.
What makes her like him less?
Okay,
Isn't like wood forced on her like that.
interesting.
I can't say for sure, but like you can draw like if you just looked at all the kinds of shows that showed up and then were popular and successful and received higher budgets, etc., that would not have prior to Game of Thrones existing, you can see a pattern. You can
little bit,
see
yeah.
the trend chasing. So it's not a
Yeah.
direct through line, but it is clearly an influence simply on the popularity of it.
Sure. Yeah, and no, so yeah, it wasn't that. It wasn't an aspect of it that necessarily drew me.
Sean's a high fantasy, high sci-fi guy. He's
Sure.
always been
So
high those things.
And
So-
that's where I probably come up where Game of Thrones doesn't do it for me. It's not high fantasy.
Does it claim to be, in your opinion?
No, but I don't dislike it. It's not that I hate on Game of Thrones. I just don't like it because it's not the type of entertainment that I enjoy. I don't really watch TV, so the TV show was never going to do it for me.
Sure.
And I didn't enjoy the book.
Well, and that's the interesting part, is it almost walks this line because I don't think it claims to be high fantasy, but then at the same time, like it's got
doesn't.
some elements. It has.
Not trick isn't the right word, but it implies that at some point it might become that, but then of course it never does. And
Yeah.
then of course the author, the show, like everybody's pretty clear, like, no, you're never gonna see that. But there's still these breadcrumbs and like full on giant D&D style dragons are present from the word go. So
Mhm.
it's also like they are trying to have their cake and eat it too. And I feel like that's its weakest, like I would like them to I would wish he had committed a little bit harder to that instead of trying to string us along even to this day in the books. So
I mean, I can agree with that. It's like if you just want to write essentially like a fiction period piece that's got
Mhm.
heavy.
it's
on
more
the, heavy
because
on the fiction.
it's War of the Roses. It's the War of the Roses. Westeros is literally in the shape of the United Kingdom. You know, that series of islands with some small alterations. Essos is literally just Europe. Yeah, like, and these are not disses. And these are not secrets. These are all very intentional. He's drawing from real life. He wanted to do his spin on these things, and yet I don't even know where I'm going with this. But like, what were we talking about? Like the realism versus the
you
fantasy
wish
stuff.
that he
He should have
committed.
just written a historical fiction. I think
Right,
is what it is.
because 99% of it is, and it's compelling on its own.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I
because
find
there's
those
intrigue and
right, like
Forgot about that.
the political tension and and the war waging and etc. Like that's more compelling to me than the White Walker's existence. It doesn't necessarily need that to be as epic as it is.
So I have found as I've gotten older, because that series is still very much we're going to achieve what we achieve by violence. It's really, I mean, all about that, because it's all about the political intrigue, which a lot of it comes with murder.
Mhm.
Like I much more enjoy more of your Miyazaki storytelling style, which is a lot of time of the way we're able to achieve our goals is some inner lesson and not through violence.
Mhm.
Here's another
Anime, another win for anime.
Here's
Yeah,
another issue.
and Game of Thrones is very much about like, I think it draws people because of kind of the violence and all that
Well,
that they go,
it
the
is
brutality
violent.
and the sexual aspect and all that draws in people, and that was never going to be a draw for me.
So far, I don't find the book to be leaning on that nearly as much as
The
the
books
show.
handle it. Right. The books handle that aspect incredibly
They do.
differently. So the show is like a highlight reel, and not a good one, in my opinion.
And you're saying that as someone who has read all of the books and seen all of the show, which neither Sean nor I have.
Correct. I mean, to say I've seen all the show isn't quite accurate, but I have seen a lot of
Well,
it.
I've seen all the show, and I'm halfway through the first book, and what I can say so far is that, what kind of echoing what you said, the book handles it, in my opinion, better than you know of its existence, but you don't know every explicit detail. You know what I mean?
I do.
And at the same time, some of that is more horrific. Just knowing, because there are things that happen in the show or in the book that are just a lot more jarring than what happens in the show, and it just references it. It doesn't necessarily depict the entire scene, but the fact that you know that it's a part of that universe is more horrific than seeing what they show in the show. Even though I would rate what shows up in the book so far is like PG-13 compared to what's in the show, which is a hard OR NC-17 sort of situation. So yeah, but I get what you're saying in terms of like it didn't really commit to being a fantasy genre, even though it has fantasy elements.
I think I hate the show for deviating from the fantasy even more than the books already did. Just to say the books were deviating isn't accurate. He just had a very specific level of like magic he wanted, and it's pretty consistent, I think, and that it increases actually over time. There's a theme running, like that magic had kind of disappeared from the world, and now the dragons are born, and it's coming back. Which one? Like, did they cause it? Are they a sign of it? Who knows yet? Whereas the show and the showrunners, D&D, I don't remember their names, and then something, whatever. Anyway, they've gone on record saying they don't like that part. They think it's dumb, and it shows. It shows that they didn't care about it, and they kind of sidelined it, and it's why the show probably took a dip in quality, because they didn't have anything to replace it with. Like, there were probably key pivotal moments for character arcs and developments and narrative, etc., that now they had to either create on their own or just kind of phone in, and they chose phone in because they couldn't eliminate it all. So when they were forced to use it, it felt really weird. Like at the end, the phone home. We have enough money for the coop. I just need.
Oh, good.
my only complaint.
I mean, it's just it. I mean, at the end of the day, it just boils down to it doesn't interest me. It I
Jason
read
doesn't
the
like that
book,
answer.
I watched it, and I just didn't like it.
I had to give him that answer before on things. He doesn't like it. Which is ridiculous because you use it for games constantly.
Like,
It's not my
so
game.
it's yeah.
Say it. Say you hate Ned Stark.
Well, no. I have certain, like I write stories, and obviously I run the D&D campaign, so I like crafting stories. I'm not going to say that the way he crafted the story was bad. It is not a story that I would have created, and it's not a story that I enjoy. I don't enjoy the fact, to me the whole idea of like, oh, any of the characters that you like could die at any moment. I don't like that. Yeah.
Right. Death should have more meaning in a narrative.
Yeah,
Typically.
it robs it of meaning, and then it also means it's like, see, but creates suspense. It's like, no, all it does for me is it means I refuse to invest in any character.
It goes
So if
too
everyone's
far.
like, yeah, it's like, okay, so I'm not invested in any character, so the book, I don't care about what happens to the characters, so I don't really care about the book.
I thought we were in spoiler mode.
But that's a sizable percent in.
It almost makes it worse. From the perspective of anybody can die at any moment, to then have someone come back. Right. Again, this is a show versus book thing. Like I feel like I guarantee, I just know in my heart of hearts that Jon Snow's return from death would be 7,000 times more interesting in the books. Because of the foreshadow and the mechanics in which they'll bring him back, and then the consequences that he'll suffer as a result. Whereas in the show he died, the next season by the second episode he was alive, and that's it.
Right.
Like it was worse than Gandalf the White,
I mean,
which is something that George R.R. Martin has gone on record saying he can't stand, and it's not his fault the show was written that way, but I'm just saying.
No, yeah, I totally get you, and to your point, I'm experiencing that going through the book for the first time, having only seen the series. And it's super interesting that something that has so little detail and that you remember, like Ned Stark only made it 9 episodes in the show. So, there's not a ton of narrative that goes on, whereas I'm like halfway through the book and he's still there.
Right.
I don't know. I don't want to learn it.
Yeah, I don't know what that point was supposed to be.
What was that point supposed to be? It was basically, you were talking about show versus book, and how like George R.R. Martin criticized Gandalf the White and Gandalf the Grey, and arguably Game of Thrones is worse about that in the TV series.
The thing is too, like, you have to be consistent to real life. You have to be consistent within the rules of the universe that you write. So like Gandalf the White, yeah, it's a little contrived. However, it works within the rules that J.R.R. Tolkien established for his universe. Like the trick of writing fantasy is establishing enough of the rules that they make sense to people without probably having to spend so much time that you tell them everything, and then making sure you adhere. Once you've established those rules, you have to adhere to them.
How long into that would you say the rules are established?
Into what?
Into the narrative, because
are you just talking in general, or a specific example here?
No. Because you said once you
should have the rules of your world largely established by the end of the first act.
Yeah.
Sanderson does that too, like a machine.
Yeah,
and then
Sanderson also writes like a machine.
He writes that's part of the machine. That's like he just, oh my gosh, it's so good.
I mean, he writes really well. I don't mean that to be an insult. He writes at the pace of a machine. He's a very good writer.
I see, having read so many of his books at this point, I'm starting to see strings. So you just come to know the prose of a particular author, and I'm like, oh man, this is a long book to have to read this style for this long. I still enjoy the overall story, but it's like if you could somehow not sacrifice the quality, but also change it up just so it's fresher to me, that'd be great.
Yeah, I'm getting
mean-
a little bit of that even with just this first book because you see a lot of the
No, you'll
same
get it. Yeah,
phrases
for sure.
over and over, like took the knife and opened his throat, and like just little things like that, like his tongue was as sharp as Valyrian steel. And I'm like, okay, no, well, everything's as sharp as Valyrian steel according to you.
Building a chicken coop up on the ridge.
I got a diamond.
Boom.
I'm seeing
Nice.
a crab. I caught a crab.
I want to give it to Penny, but I'm going to do the right thing and donate to the museum.
Look at you, man. Look at you. Okay, so basically you're saying you don't like the style and the content doesn't interest you. That's fair.
Yeah, it's just not a
But
story
you're
that.
saying that you have the same complaints about Harry Potter.
Harry Potter's twofold because Harry Potter also dealt with the fact that when it came out and everyone was all about it, if you weren't reading it, I got a bunch of crap, and so I, as the child that I was, took a reactive approach and decided if everyone's going to give me crap for not reading Harry Potter, I'm just going to not like Harry Potter.
Yeah, that'll
fair.
happen, huh?
Now I have gone now and read the books. They're
All of them?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I read them on across a patrol.
Not that that's difficult. They're not like I mean, some of them are kind of long, but yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Or I think I read them across like a patrol and half an import.
Cool.
They're fine. There's some definite issues in parts of them. And you can definitely like. I think the biggest thing that I'll give J.K. Rowling on those is she did a good job of having the tone and the content of her books kind of age as the original audience aged with it.
Right. But without going overboard.
Yeah, like
we didn't turn into TVMA.
Those books become a little more mature. Not like Art said, not excessively so, as the series goes on, which is good because they kind of grew with their audience.
Well, you have to remember that she wrote these in Sharpie on napkins at the restaurant that she worked at.
Well, and with the
The
ghostwriter,
whole
don't forget that
entire
either.
manuscript.
The first one.
Yeah, because she couldn't afford paper, so it's like
Thank you for your fun facts.
pretty crazy, you know.
I like Harry Potter a lot.
I enjoyed it. I'm glad that
mostly
I went back and
nostalgia.
read them.
I'm
Yeah,
so
mostly
indifferent
nostalgia, but-
to Harry Potter. I've seen every movie at their theatrical release because I know people who love Harry Potter, and I read
I
the
don't think I've
first
seen a single movie.
2 books. You've not seen a single movie.
The movie's
Not a single
skippable.
Harry Potter movie.
A single.
It's
You've
super
not seen a single Harry Potter movie.
No,
Why are you BSing me?
I'm not. What? Like I didn't like the books. Why would I go watch the movie?
You didn't read.
Jason was a-
you
Jason-
didn't
Jason's a cool
you
kid.
Didn't read. You didn't read the books until you were in the Navy. So all the movies.
No, I didn't read the books until I was in the Coast Guard.
Okay, great. So you didn't read the books until the past 2 years.
I
The
read it
movies
last
had
year.
already been out for 10 years. So
Yeah,
you're saying
Why?
that
Why would I watch the movies if I didn't like Harry Potter?
you didn't know if you liked them or not because you hadn't tried it.
Yeah, but I had the visceral reaction from a childhood of I'm going to dislike this thing, so I wanted nothing
right.
to do with it.
He had already thought it doesn't matter. Like you're trying to find logic in what was an illogical decision.
Okay,
I don't
that's
understand
fair,
why
that's
you.
fair, that's fair, that's fair, that's fair.
Which why
Also,
my
you
wife
don't
was finally
understand-
able to convince me to go and read them because she really
You don't-
likes them.
You don't understand, Jason. You're the quote unquote coolest kid among us.
That's
Like
ridiculous.
Sean and I were, stayed, and always have and will be dorks. You know, like it's what we.
I try
it's
so
what we
hard
like.
to,
It's how
not,
we
to
are.
be a dork, you know.
But you're not. You like hip things. It's why you're like songs and pop culture references.
Sheesh.
Oh my gosh! I'm leaving the stream. I'm leaving the stream.
Sheesh.
Good night, everybody.
Sheesh.
Oop, overshot it.
Drink break. The stream's on Karch. Be entertaining.
Stream's
Go.
on me, and I'm fishing again.
I'm fishing too. It's what we. It's the primary source of income early on in the game.
Have a chicken. I need to buy a chicken. Mara.
What's it take to get the next scoop level?
I don't know. Hold on. Let me go see if it'll let me. I should
It's probably
check
too
that
late.
No, it won't tell me until I buy the first one. So let me go check now. Oh, she's gone for the day.
Yeah. Oh well, we'll figure it out.
Or it'll cost more. So just start chopping and cracking and
Yeah.
holding.
I
Yeah,
haven't
what do you
done it
think?
yet today.
I think
Probably
this
do that.
bullhead. Oh, this chub can. I don't think that one's available yet. No, I don't want to eat the bullhead. I don't want to eat any of this. Yeah, I can't do that yet. Let's see. River fish, river fish. Where are the river fish? Nope. A tiger trout. That's what we need.
Yeah, I don't think you can catch a tiger
Lakefish?
trout in spring.
Ah, bullhead, lakefish. Boom. Got it.
Do you knock out a bundle?
Oh, I didn't knock out a bundle.
Oh, okay.
Just needed a single fish.
Have to wrap this in. It's getting late.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe this day can be the end. Once we're back, we'll tell them we're done. My bag is full. I need to dump it. Dump this bag. I honestly don't know what I've been doing for like the last hour. I've been on Stardew autopilot.
Yeah, I have too. I think it's just been like watered crops, went and talked to people, fished.
Yeah.
It's like
I bought
that
a
works.
coop. That's as productive as I was able to be.
That's pretty
Getting
good.
those
That's
mines.
progress.
Gotta get some iron.
Yeah, we're gonna have to start going in the mines more heavily and getting down to the level 40, and so we start finding iron.
Thankfully, we can do the can. We can update one person's can and then not worry about it because we have two other people to water crops.
That's true. Yeah.
I don't want this chicken statue. I'm too drunk to taste this chicken. Yeah, you're sickle. You're so useless. You're useless in all the harvest moons, but they always include you anyway.
No, man, you gotta harvest that hay.
Sickle hate. I know.
We gotta get the
Yeah.
golden sickle so we get
But
double hay.
That's
from
just
our
them
grass.
making up excuses. Like, you don't need it. You could just harvest it like everything else. But they're like, hey, this sickle's here. Let's use it for something.
Well, in some of the crops they made it necessary. You had to scythe them.
Yeah, which ones were they? The amaranth,
Like-
maybe?
Amaranth and wheat.
Wheat. Yep. The rice.
That might be it. The rice, yeah.
Obviously, you can't. Yeah, get the hay unless you have that.
Should plant some trees and start putting tappers on them.
Yeah, I've got tapper. I can make tappers, and then
Yeah, I think I
make,
can too.
What can I make these days? Sturdy ring, crab pots, but I don't have any iron. Crab pots are expensive early on.
They are.
I'm
You
back.
can eventually get a perk, and it makes them easier to it reduces the cost to make them. I think.
Right, well, it's a dumb perk versus the other one, which is like fish better, and I always choose fish better.
Yeah, I always go down the fishing route.
Yeah.
You can
Alright.
you can eventually reset your perks. It's like 10,000 gold, but eventually in the game, like I make 20,000 gold a day minimum. So
Yeah. All right, Jason, we're done.
Okay. What do you mean you're done?
We're done for the night.
Oh, you're done for the night.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you
yeah,
got-
I'm gonna chop this tree down and go and then have my character go to bed.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I get it. It's your decision.
It is.
Everyone is gotta go to work tomorrow.
It's true. Got to get up out of bed.
Yeah, I gotta
walk
write
over
some
to my
important
couch.
documentation.
The
that's
coast
gonna
isn't
be fun
gonna
tomorrow.
guard itself. You know,
It does not.
people are trying to beat
tell
down
ya.
that coast every day.
Drug traffickers.
Well, they're. I heard they're mainly trying to sneak in shitty paint jobs, and someone's got to inspect those and keep them out. You know.
I wonder how much a paint inspector gets paid.
How much what?
A paint inspector gets paid.
They get paid in paint. Ooh, preserves.
Oh, I can craft preserve jars now.
Me
Those
too.
are good.
Yeah. Skyrim has gone to bed.
Start my jam and pickle empire.
It's not a podcast. It's not a podcast. There you go.
Are we podcasting or streaming next week? What's the plan here?
We'll figure it out. Stop asking on stream at the end.
No, I want to know.
I Crimson said he's down with us doing Resident Evil Village, and that's my vote.
Okay.
We chip in, Jason buys it, so we can play it on his good machine.
Is our Patreon funds, or are they not high enough to afford one video game at this point?
Correct. They are not high enough.